Hey mate, are you there?
I'm just about here. What about yourself?
Perfect. Just got in about 25 minutes ago, so all good. How's your week been, mate?
Absolutely average.
Average. Well, you know what? I've had a bit of a crap week myself at this time. Not terrible, but been really busy at work. But just seems things got on top this week. I don't know. Not my happy, chirpy self as much as usual, really. But I'm sure this Newcastle Brown's going to make me, and your company's going to make me a little bit better anyway.
Do you know what? It's like I've got to the pub before you and I've had a sneaky pint before you got here just to knock the edge off because I didn't feel it myself tonight. Episode 22, and here we are. We're just like we are in a real, we're in this real bar. I think it's just been one of those weeks where I'm speaking to a lot of barbers and a lot of people are reaching out for different things in kinds of where they are. But I think one of the things that the people are struggling to grasp is that sometimes some weeks they're really busy, some weeks they're not. And I think when they speak to the pals and somebody says, we've been really busy and they've had a shitter, it's like, I'm just like, everybody's different. Every area is different. When I was speaking to you this week, I think you hit the nail on the head about, was it Bet365?
Yeah.
You know, when they go back to work fully and they've got 4,000 or 5,000 people going back in, the sandwich bars, the coffee shops, everything around them areas start to get busier. Barbershops, people more frequent. I think at the minute what's happened is people are still working from home. They've made a special appointment to go in. And I think for their hair cutting, I think when you're at work and you looked at your computer, you think, you know, I feel like freshening up. I want my beard lining in, or I want to go get an haircut. I only did it 2 weeks ago, but I want to go in. So I do think it'll come back in land stages. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I think it's funny. You know, all trends and everything have gone out the window. We had a bit of a meeting, directors meeting, and you know, we spoke about different things, social media and everything else. But there isn't any rhyme or reason to it at the moment. Like you said, it's people are coming in. I'm still doing haircuts. We've had haircuts. I've done haircuts today and yesterday. People who haven't had a haircut since February, March. So people are still worried about coming out, or they haven't completely got back into the habit of, you know, their normal habit of how they do things. And, you know, I suppose it's like going out for a beer, meal, or whatever it is. If they're not going out as much, they're not having the haircuts as much, I think. I'm not pushing this down. We've had a really busy week this week and last week because of the kids going back. But it's still, the trends aren't the same as... There's nothing that we can actually draw from in the past. I mean, I've been in the job 36 years, and everything you can't look back on I always keep a little notebook of what I've done, where we are, what the weather was like, what was influencing at the time, and you go back and it's just upside down. You know, it's really, really weird. Even the staff of the lads have said, what's happening? You know, 1 minute when we're supposed to be busy, we're not, and when we are, you know, it's just everything's upside down. But I think if we stick with it, it's going to be good. But it's a bit disconcerting, shall I say? It's a bit uneasy time, if you like. And I know with social media, everybody's feeling the same, really.
Yeah, look, I've just been smashing shit out of punch bags. I've been boxing. I don't know if you've been seeing my photographs that keep watching through, but I'm in proper Rocky mode. And do you know what? With my son, obviously, Alex playing football and stuff. I think we're watching him, especially go through all the academy system and then becoming a young pro, and then watching lots of 23s football. When I've been watching some of these games where there's no crowds, that's been my football kind of life anyway, watching in stadiums with no crowds or maybe 150 people. So I've kind of got out of football, watching a game. I can watch Alex, but I can't watch matches on TV. So my first love has always been boxing, and you know, it's something that I feel I can do all right as well. So I've really enjoyed it. Coach Richard Panarski, thanks, Rich. I know he watches and tunes into us, but old school Mickey's gym. He's 70-year-old. He's absolutely. You look at the guy, and I'm not as fit as him, and I know I'm no example of fitness. However, he's top draw. He's motivational. Get the music on and you get in there. And I surprised myself, to be fair, with some of the stuff that I've done in the week, you know, the hour sessions that I've been doing. That's helped me to I've had a lot of messages about that, saying it's one of the best ways to relieve tension. And it is. you know, I just put a photograph of Ken Lee's face on punch bag and just go for hell for leather. There's no stopping me.
Yeah, you only dare say that now because she can't come in and she's upstairs. That's terrible.
I can hear her banging upstairs at the minute.
There'll be a slap round the corner in a minute, knock your glasses off in a wanna.
I know, but I think generally, everybody's just, you know, we're getting to September. We've got no salon to look forward to, and yeah, I think kids go back to school, and I've heard this loads. When kids go back to school, it starts to feel like winter. Yeah. I think when we came into this horrible pandemic that's grabbed the world, we were all hitting springtime, and we had a great spring and early summer. I think the fears are it's getting darker. You know, when we were doing Barber's Arms and it's in the middle of it, it was bright till we'd finished. It's dark now. You know, so I think we're just got to keep our spirits up. There's going to be loads of things to look forward to. I think you've got to have a really good fourth quarter. And I think we've got to plan for, you know, 2021. I think 2020 is a bit of a write-off. You've got to earn as much money as you can. That's it. There's no frills. There's no spills. There's no big awards things. There's no salon. There's no stage shows. There's no big party atmospheres. Get your heads around. Get as much money as you can in, and you know, do it with integrity. And that's the best advice I can give to anybody now. Give good service to your customers. Don't fanny around thinking we're going to be off doing a show, or we're doing a demo, or we're going to do a bash over here or whatever. It's not happening.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's nose to the grindstone. Do what you do well. Give the best possible service you can possibly give. You know, just keep your clients happy, your customers happy. I mean, they are coming back, and they do appreciate what's happening. And do you know what that we've been? And I know we've said it before, but people have really complimented on how you do your business, how you use your business, and how, you know, you portray yourself and the staff, and that really, really shows in. We've had a lot of customers come back to us who are liking the app system, because we've always been a walk-in system as well. I was really, really worried about that, and it's gone really well. You know, I can't fault how the staff have taken to it, but I'm surprised how much the clients have as well. And we've had clients come back that we haven't seen for years because they didn't like waiting or whatever. So, you know, there's twos and fros in every system. I know that, but I think that a lot of the stuff that we've put in place is going to stay as well. You know, a lot of the things that we've trialed and we've put into place. I think this is how we're going to go forward anyway. So it's looking great. We got some great characters and guests on the show again. We got some returning. Unfortunately, we've got Jawed, who's had to pull out at the last minute, but we've got AALIM Hakim from India, and we've got Anthony Edge, who's a fellow Northerner. I think he originates from Blackpool, now in San Diego. So looking forward to that. No local heroes tonight, because we thought we got a packed show. So you're going to have to hear a little bit of me and my best mate here, just talking and chewing the cud a little bit, aren't we?
It's like any pub, innit? You go out for a night out and you organise it and you say who's coming out tonight, and everybody's, oh, I can't make it tonight. It's just one of them things, innit? So I think, you know, from our point of view, AALIM, I've got some questions to ask him anyway about some of these workout videos I've seen him doing.
Yeah, I've seen them myself.
So I need to ask him about that. Anthony Edge, ex-Tonian guy, he's got a massive reputation now. Obviously a Northerner, but living out in America, it'll be good to get us on. And then it'd be nice here on episode 22, Barber's Arms. Thank you. Nearly another 80,000 people tuned into us last week. 3.7 million views, over 22 shows. Wow, guys, we would never, ever would have imagined this. When you see the trailer videos coming out, it gives me goosebumps when we started this in lockdown, and it gives you all the big build-up, and it's now the #1 chat show that we've done, and we've continued to have it on. I just want to talk, guys, about, before we get our first guest on, this Sunday is our first Barber's Arms Education Day. And it's really exciting. You can see there we've got 1 day, 13 hours, 49 minutes, 48 minutes and 58 seconds ready to go before we launch the Barber's Arms first Education Day on the 6th of September 2020. We have got a fantastic lineup. We've kept this on Old British Affair on the first one. We want to see everybody who, we've had a great registration entries as well. Don't forget, when you've registered for the 6th, that you register automatically for our international one, which we're going to talk about in a second on the 20th. But we're kicking off on Sunday morning with Michael Damiano, and then we're over to you guys in the north for your shaving session. And then you're coming back to me. I'm going to be down south with Sam Campagna. I'm going to be doing that session there around about 12 o'clock. And then we're back up to you guys for Eric Lander. Then Sam Campagna, who's my lead educator. And then we're going to finish off with a beer in the Barber's Arms. All in association and proudly sponsored by Wahl UK Professional, which is fantastic. So we're really looking forward to that. Don't forget as well, obviously, we've got the 24-hour one coming up on the 20th as well. This promises to be fantastic. It's over 2 days, guys, and just look at the lineup that we've got for this schedule here. You know, we're going to be kicking off with Geoff Davis from Savills, which is going to be amazing. And then we've got a few little gaps here, but these will all be confirmed. We've got Rick Roberts, the amazing award-winning current British Afro Hairdresser of the Year. Myself, I'll be on at 2 o'clock. Gary Machin then is going to be on straight after me. We're going to then go over to Norway to Jack Ludlow. We're coming back into the UK for Eric Lander. And then we've got another, probably an international one coming up around about 6 p.m. UK time and 7 o'clock as well. We've got Frank Reimer from the UK. Then we're going back over to America to Van Council, Christy Falconer as well from the USA, and Corey Ull from the USA. Wow, this is going to be amazing on this thing. We've also then day 2, we've got Anthony Edge. We've got Jay Ramos from New York. We're going over to China to Anna Elliott. We've got Paul Dare from Australia. We've got Dom DeSantis from Australia. Thanks, guys. Jawed Habib from India. Our guest tonight, AALIM Hakim from India. And then finish off with me and Gaz in the Barber's Arms again. Proudly sponsored by Wahl Professional here in the UK and British Barbers Association. It's going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to all of that. Starts this Sunday, Gaz. Oh, Gaz. Can't hear you.
Sorry about that, mate.
Right.
Yeah, we're really excited about coming together. We're all on one platform. This is going to be a regular thing now on the BBA. So we've got the international lineup as well. Really, really great guests. But the main thing is as well, you know, you can pick and choose. You can pull in and pull out of this whenever you want to. It's going to be a lineup that obviously we don't expect people to watch it for the full 24 hours, but you can actually pick and choose where you want to go as well. But I think to this Sunday as well, I know we're using it as a bit of a trial run, but we're really proud of the UK and what we've got to offer. So we've got some prime educators that we're going to use, and you know, with your Wahl team as well, myself and Eric Lander from the BBA, it's looking forward to it, mate. And we'll have a little quick drink on it to end it and chew the fat at the end of it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Anybody who's interested who hasn't registered yet, please get on there. It's free to register. You'll get all your updates, and the new platform goes live on Sunday as well.
So just before we get AALIM on, because he don't drink, I got sent some really nice moonshines from Jackie, and I know you did as well. But we've got some roasted apple, we've got some wild berry, I've got some bitter rose moonshine, and I've also got some tough nut. Yeah,
they're going to go down well, aren't they? I mean, I'm just about to connect again. I hope he's watching, or he might catch this on catch up. With Frank all the way from Tennessee. He introduced me to moonshine. We've had a little moonshine moments throughout the series as well. So it's all his fault. Anybody who wants to make any complaints, it's Frank out of Frank's Barbershop in Tennessee.
I've got a complaint anyway.
Sorry?
I said I've got a complaint anyway. I asked you tonight before we went live. When we take these, because they're like little miniatures, but they're not really miniatures. They're like quite substantial. I think there's 50 mil in them. I said to you, do we take these all in one? Just turn it around so you can see. And you went, well, no, yeah, if you want. Now, you know, if I took that, I won't be traveling tomorrow to St. Albans tomorrow. So I'm gonna try a roasted apple to start with. We'll have a little swig of this. Now, if everyone remembers the early stages of Barber's Arms, oh God, you remember Gary getting absolutely obliterated on Moonshine. But we'll give it a little taste of style. See what it's like. We've got to do it properly as well. No neck in it.
Do you know what we got to do? We got to do a taste test. So I'll ask you what you think of it after. We'll do all four today.
That's really nice. Wow, that's so nice. Oh,
that doesn't taste like moonshine at all. That's like a.
Have you got the roasted apple one?
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Oh, remember, we've got to taste all of these today, so we might be in a mess after tonight again.
Oh. That is so nice. That's like a dessert. I've had no tea. I've come straight in. I've got a little bowl of nuts here, my little love art bowl here. I'm having a few nuts. I've got a beer. That is so nice. Roasted apple, moonshine. It's the future.
Jackie Holian again, trying to get us into a mess. She's gone from the patron to moonshine. She knows her way to a man's heart. That lady does. She's currently travelling, so she isn't watching us tonight at the moment. She might be listening to us, but she can't watch because I think she's travelling home. So, thank you very much, Jackie.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, can you remember watching the Ready Break advertisements when you were kids? Central eating for kids.
Yeah.
That's just give me some central eating. Woo! Feel nice and warm now. Turn it eating off. Okay, here we go. We're going over to India, to Mumbai, and we like to welcome back onto Barber's Arms the most famous hairdresser in India. Over 400,000 followers. He's the hairdressing superstar to Bollywood. Proud to have him back on Barber's Arms. AALIM Hakim, are we in the house? I think he's in.
AALIM, I think he's just parking his car. Can I just take this opportunity as well? I know Anthony's probably watching, and I know his lovely wife, who I'm. He's here. Gloria's watching. So, evening, Gloria.
AALIM.
Hey, Simon,
AALIM.
how you doing? Hi, Gary.
How
you
are
doing,
you,
bro?
sir?
I'm good. Good evening.
Listen,
How's it going out there?
since the last time we had you on the show, I've been watching your Facebooks every day.
Really?
Bro, you're looking good in that
You've
gym.
been stalking me. You've been stalking me,
It's
eh?
stalking. It's in envy. I've been going to the boxing gym, but watching you on your treadmill, watching your nice photographs there. Oh yes, you're looking good, man.
What are you guys drinking?
Oh, roasted apple.
Really?
We're on the moonshine, and we've got a beer as well. We're greedy. We are tonight, AALIM. I'm sorry. You've got to indulge us. Just it's our culture, I'm afraid. They make us do it.
Perrier water. I love it. What's the weather like out there at the moment in India?
Pardon me?
What's your weather in India like at the moment?
It's nice. It's monsoon. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice. It's raining here and there.
I think I'd seen a photograph as well that you were up at the.
Today was a hot day, but it's been raining a lot.
Did I see a photograph that you and your missus were up at the JW Marriott at the Jua?
Yeah.
Beautiful hotel.
Beautiful. You've been there a lot of times, Simon. Last time you were there for your show with Wahl. I remember that.
Yeah, I always stay up there. It's nice.
It's a beautiful place. It's on the beach.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So what's been happening with you since last time we spoke to you? What's been happening?
Yeah, it's nice. After the lockdown, business has started. So we have started our salon, and not bad. We all have been taking a lot of precautions for the clients and for ourselves. And business has been good. So if we last year, the same month, it's not that bad, Simon. No, we were very worried that the business is going to really be really bad, but it's not that bad, And to be very frank, Indians are very, very hardworking, and we work really extra hard to make sure that clients are safe, we are safe, and yeah, so we've been doing good, not bad, and also we have been sending right messages through our social media platform. Yeah, so not
We've
that
had
bad.
lots of people in the UK since you've been on the last show. Lots of people have sent me. They love the telephone box inside the shop.
Oh,
It's become a real
like
talking point
really?
to us at Barbers Arms. Is your telephone box in your salon?
Yeah, in my salon. Yeah, that's a I love London. Whenever I come to London, and those telephone booth, I used to really fancy them. I used to get my picture clicked inside. Most of the booths are not working nowadays, but it's like a heritage, right now, because none of them are working.
Every time we see anything on social media with you, Ali, it looks, instead of working, it looks like you're having a party. It's such a colourful and vibrant salon, and there's so many people about as well. So it seems a really fun place to work when you're on social media.
It is, Gary. It is, Gary. And you know what? My team, it's a fun team, whenever we're doing any makeovers, whenever we're doing any clients, we like to do the before after. We like to click the pictures before starting the haircut. And once we finish the haircut, again, we take the pictures in the same angle just to see what kind of work we have done and where we can improve our work. Sometimes what happens, we think that we can do a really great job, but we do mistakes. Not everyone is perfect. Not everyone is good at work. So sometimes we learn from our own mistakes that this haircut could have gone, 3 steps better. We could have done it better. Maybe the feeding could have been better. Maybe, there are a few shadows here and there which is left in the haircut. When we are very close to the head, sometimes you cannot make out the shadows when you're doing scissor or comb. But when you go far away, when you finish your haircut, when the client gets up and when he's away from the light, you see, oh, here is the shadow and here is the mistake what I've done. I can rectify it. So it's very important to click pictures in the different angles. And it's a fun place. We have an in-house DJ in the salon. We have a cafe in the salon. We have a Starbucks espresso machine. We have a cafe coffee day machine. So it's a fun place. And yeah, people love chilling in our salon.
It's the place I'm going, guys, when I get out there. It's the place I'm going to just hang out.
You need to be this, Simon. It's your own place.
Do you know what, Ali? It's really refreshing from a top professional for somebody to actually admit that it's okay to make mistakes sometimes, or something isn't perfect. Because when we teach, especially with students, I think that's part of the creativity, and that's your learning curve as well. If you don't make mistakes, you don't progress, you don't get better. And I think students and as professionals, even later on in their careers, it's okay to, if you don't try new things and you aren't prepared to fail, you'll never ever change what you do, will you? So I think that's something great coming from a top professional to admit that as well. I think that's really good for our students watching out there.
I myself do so many mistakes, Gary, so many times on the actors, who are the top celebrities, or the top film stars over here. I do make a lot of mistakes, but it's very important to rectify it. It's very important to understand, where we can make it better. Sometimes your mistakes are between only your client and yourself. Nobody get to know that you've done a mistake.
But I think as well, there's so many people out here who've not got as many followers as you, who filter everything and just try to make everything look perfect all the time. And I think what you just said there is, when there's no cameras watching and everything, if we're just doing normal work, sometimes you stand up, you have a look, and you think, yeah, I just need to do that. And that's just really nice for somebody like yourself to say. We all do it. But when people admit it, it's even better, especially for our younger audience, like Gary's just said. It's very refreshing, that, mate. Very refreshing. That's why we've got you back on. Do you know what, guys?
Thank you.
I'm really intrigued. The bar behind you? Is that in your salon or is that in your home?
It's my home. It's my wife's bar. She loves drinking.
Closer? Can we go closer?
Yeah, I can show you everything. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to have a look a little bit closer because this looks amazing. Gaz, I thought you were well stocked.
Yeah, it is.
Wow,
What's
that's a professional.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
that's
God.
that's the ice machine. You can
Alim, is there any
remove
chance you
the
can take the camera sideways? Can you turn your camera
yeah.
sideways?
Yeah. Can you see? This is these are the beer bar.
Oh, Kingfisher Ultra, love it. Oh, I'm definitely coming there.
These are chocolates.
It's
Oh,
stocked
even better.
These are
It's
wines.
stocked better than at my local.
That's wine. You can see champagne.
Oh my
Moët.
gosh. You see, look
see
how hot it is
everything
there.
here?
When he's opened the fridge up, it's steamed up straight away because of the cold and then the heat in the air.
Can you see? Can you see the Roboto Cavalli?
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that's a limited mark. That's a Dolce & Gabbana.
Sweet.
Alan,
Nice.
Alan, for somebody who doesn't drink, you look after your wife very, very well. It's the best stock bar I've ever seen in somebody's house ever.
But
Really?
Ali,
Thank
would
you.
some of those bottles be gifts as well from clients and celebrities?
There are some of them, but mostly I love buying alcohol whenever I travel from the airport. I pick up a few bottles, and when I'm traveling with my friends, I ask them to pick up 2 bottles. 2 bottles are free. Now, like not free, like you're allowed to carry 2 liter of bottle. Like 2 liter of alcohol, sorry.
Just in case there's any customs watching from India. Only 2. Do you know what, Gary? I don't know about you, but I got into a rut. Not a rut, but I go into we're traveling. Every time I go through an airport, I'd buy a bottle of something and I'd come home. And in my dining room, I had a really nice bureau and I had all my drinks out on the top. Because it just looks nice with decanted, you know, it's like nice. But then it got so busy that I'd actually filled the top of the dressing table with all these drinks because I was collecting too much. And now I have a rule when I go into like airports and duty frees. It's like I'm working. I'm not on holiday. I don't need to buy duty free. So I've kind of got out of it. But I think looking at some of those really cool bottles there, because when you go into some places, you can get a Moschino color, you know, bottle. You can get Dolce & Gabbana, Cavalier. There's all sorts of different stuff you can get. So that is well stocked, though, guys. It's even as stocked as yours.
Do you know what? The thing is, when I travel most of the time now, I'm always overweight on my luggage. I have to carry so much kit because of the shaving gear and everything, and you know, usually away for at least a week, usually 2. I've done even 3-week trips, and I have to carry so much gear and everything that I don't buy anything anymore unless I see one that's really, really nice, that, you know, special edition or a limited edition. It's very rare I bottle home anymore because I'm always on the cusp of being overweight with my luggage, and it costs Trevor a fortune if I go overweight. You see,
I don't understand alcohol, Gary. So whatever bottle fancy me, like if I think the bottle is attractive, it's looking nice, and I ask them, you know, is there this is a limited edition, or is there something special about the bottle? I just pick them up.
So with your gym, is your gym that you go to, or do you have a gym at home?
It's at home.
Really? Is it nearby
where you see
where
me
you
walking
are?
out? Yeah, no, it's on the upper floor. Yeah, it's in the house. But it's not a big gym. It's a very small, tiny gym. It's a home.
I've seen it with your children, with your son there as well. You're quite high up. What do you live in an apartment block then, Ali?
Yeah, it's a flat, so it's like a duplex. It's a duplex, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think most people in India
center,
anyway
small
live in
gym. Yeah, we all live in apartments there, in Mumbai especially. But when you go to up north, you will see a lot of people, you know, staying in bungalows. There are more bigger houses. When it comes to Mumbai, people mostly prefer, you know, staying in apartments.
You know what? This year's not felt the same because I always have a couple of trips in the year to India, whether that be Delhi or Mumbai, and this year's not happened. And I just don't feel like I've been away. It's just I haven't been away, but it feels weird not missing the culture and the smell and the people out there. Everything is just, I don't know. It's really cool. We want to talk to you about the education that's coming up on the 24th.
Well, I'm quite excited about that.
You're part of the first ever 24-hour global education over 2 days.
Oh, Simon, this is going to be fantastic because what I feel, you know, when you see all these best educators around the world, you know, and it's a big thing for all the viewers, especially for all the young hairdressers, for all the young barbers will be, you know, taking part in this. And I feel every hairdresser, not only the young hairdresser, each and every hairdresser who has been in the field from last 3 decades, 4 decades, or a decade, you know, to be a part of it and watch one of the finest educators around the world showcasing their talent, performing for that 24 hours,
it's unbelievable
live education under one platform. It has never happened earlier, and this is a really big thing. I think we should continue doing it very, very often.
I agree. I think it's, you know, the foresight of this with Trevor and the team, Jackie, that have brought this together. I think it's really exciting. But not only that, it's something that we can build on as well. And the platform is going to just get bigger and bigger and bigger. So, and we honestly, we can't thank you enough for being part of this as well. And you know, I know you.
I'm honored. I'm honored. I'm honored, and it's an honor for me when you guys, you know, told me that you want me to be doing it. For me, it's an honor.
Well, we want global superstars, and you're a global superstar, so we want you on this as well. You know, we can't wait. We want you to tune in this Sunday as well. We've got the UK one this Sunday, which is the first one. Me and Gary are on there. Sam Campagna.
Sunday, yeah. We all are waiting for that, yeah.
So don't forget to share it for us with all your Indian colleagues, please. That'd be fantastic.
Definitely.
And you know, there's lots of people in the UK who can't wait to watch you do a full haircut on screen as well, because we've had lots of people who've been commenting since this time you were on, and obviously I've been keen to follow you as well. I don't know if you've seen people who have now followed you from the UK.
They are. Thanks to you guys.
Hey, listen, you know, you do it yourself. It's great. What will you be fetching to us on the 24th? On the 20th, have you decided yet what kind of work you're going to do on the 20th?
It's gonna be mixed, commercial and artistic both. So I'm trying to do something, and also India is very famous for our film industry, which is famously called as Bollywood, and I create a lot of looks for, you know, Indian film stars. So maybe something related to like I might decode some of the looks. So that will be quite interesting, because I'm sure a lot of people will be doing a lot of fading work, a lot of hair tattooing, you know. So I will try and do something different, something edgy, or maybe something decoding a look, which is very, very famous.
Well, will you be doing a Bollywood star?
Not really. Maybe decoding a Bollywood star's look. Maybe you can say that.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I met a couple of Bollywood stars, guys, the first time I went to India in 2011.
Really?
And the frenzy out there, the paparazzi, were just unbelievable outside the Four Seasons Hotel in Mumbai.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. But I kind of like moved them out and pretended to everybody on my phone that they were all for me. So it was kind of cool. I kind of used the opportunity to milk it a little bit.
Simon, have you ever seen any Indian film? Have you ever seen any Indian film, any Bollywood film?
Well, obviously, when I'm in India, I do watch the TVs in the hotel rooms and stuff.
But you have never seen any Indian film.
They tell me that the best to do it is to go to a cinema to watch it, because everybody in the audience gets up and dances and stuff. So,
but cinemas are shut right now because of COVID.
Yeah, but yeah, that's definitely on a bucket list, is to go to Mumbai, have some Kingfisher Ultras, about 10, and then getting to watch a movie in a Bollywood cinema. That would be cool.
We should do that.
What, if you were to if you know, to our audience, if somebody wanted to dip the toe into Bollywood and watch a film, what would be a good film to start off with?
Indian film, I think you should watch a movie called Sholay, starring Amitabh Bachchan, Sanjeev Kumar, Dharamji, Hema Malini, Jaya Bhaduri. It's a movie of 70s, directed by Ramesh Sippy. It's one of the most iconic films. It's a 45-year-old film.
Okay, we've been told about a film, and Trevor's just pointed us in this direction. What, a film called The Bang?
The Bang, yeah.
Is that a famous film?
Yeah, it's a famous film. The Bang, yeah. It's called The Bang.
The Bang. So if any of our audience out there who wants to dip the toe in, there's a couple of great films that they can start off with.
So have you watched East is East?
East is East. It's in The Bang. I have done the styling for the lead star, Salman Khan. His hairstyle was done by me. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
There's a film in the UK, Alim, that's called East is East. And it's about an Indian family in the 60s, 70s. Yeah. But they actually take them to a cinema in Bradford where they took the Bollywood films on.
Yeah.
And it got massive reviews over it. It was really, really good film.
I've seen that film now. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
To be fair, Simon, that launched some great careers, really, didn't it? That film.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some people on that who were really famous anyway, but it launched.
But Gary, next time when you come to India, you have to come with me to a cinema hall to watch a film.
No problem. We'll definitely come with you.
I'm coming to your house to sit in that bar. I'm going to have some.
It's all yours. This is all yours.
Roy Shandon, me and Gaz will just sit there and we'll just happily drink you through. It'll not be as well stocked when we've finished.
It's a loaded bar.
Tell you what, it is a proper bar, that, to be fair to him. It is proper good. Ice machine and everything.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Unbelievable. So
I'm very, very excited for 20th. Yeah, I'm damn excited. And, you know, hats off to you guys. 21st. So 21st for India, yeah.
The actual show starts on the 20th, but obviously because of the time difference, you're actually on the 21st.
21st, yes. But hats off to you guys for doing this, you know. Really proud of you guys. Really proud of the Barber Arms and the British Barber Association. You know, you guys are doing a wonderful job, seriously.
We're very proud to have you on. We're going to just we're just going to show the viewers now what we're actually going to be offering on the 20th. And as we've just said, because it's a 24-hour event, it's going to run over into the 21st as well. So we're starting with the 6th with session 1. We've got Michael Damiano, and he's starting on Sunday. Then we've got myself doing the signature shave. We've got my partner in crime here, Mr. Simon Shaw, who's on session 3, followed by Eric Lander, and then Sam Campagna, who's head educator for Wahl. So it's going to be really, really great for the UK industry. So we're really, really pumped to see these guys. And then it's going to go on to the 24 live education event as well. And we're 15 days away from this. So 15 days and 13 hours. Anybody who needs to register, just get on to the event.thebarbersarms.co.uk. We've got kicked off at 10 o'clock on day 1. So we got Josh Davis, who'll have a short introduction. Then we've got certain members to be confirmed. We've got Rick Roberts, we've got Mr. Simon Shaw, myself, Jack Ludlow all the way from Scandinavia, Eric Lander from down in Kettering. Then we've got some more to be confirmed. We've got Frank Reimer from all the way from London, Van Council coming from Atlanta, Christy Faulkner all the way from the USA as well, Corey Hall, who's out there. So we've got huge names all the way going. As we got Anne Elliott from China, Paul Dare from Australia. The list is endless. But there we've got 2 great names. We've got Jawed Habib and AALIM Hakim, who's going to be at 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock respectively. they're going to be our main guests from India. So we've got a great lineup for everybody there. We're really, really chuffed and really excited to have you on the show as one of the top educators, AALIM. And, you know, for all of your followers out there as well, I think it's great to introduce them into different educators out there, you know, from around the world.
It's very, very important to see. Yeah, it's very important to see all these international hairdressers. For Indians, it's very, very important that to see hairdressers beyond India. It's very important. Then you get to know that where do you stand, how much you can improve your own craft. It's very, very important to see everyone's approach towards barbering. Everyone is different. Everyone has got their own technique, their own viewpoint. It's very, very important to see and learn and improve your own craft.
I mean, I've got a question to ask you. People are going crazy over here because the new James Bond movie is coming out, the latest edition, which is No Time to Die. But in your time, what's been your favourite James Bond movie?
Casino Royale. It's Daniel Craig's movie, the first movie.
He's just a top man, this guy, isn't he? You know, if you ask any other people from around the world who like James Bond, who's James Bond? What movie? This guy's just so like internationally sound. He just knows everything. He just, like,
no, listen. I really like Casino Royale because you know, from start to the end, the movie was gritty. It was different. It was a different Bond. It was more realistic. Right from the chasing scene, and Daniel Craig. I think Daniel Craig was superb in the film. And obviously Sean Connery, his films used to be superb. You know, we all have started watching James Bond films right from my childhood. But yeah, Casino Royale is my favorite.
Do you know what's yours, guys?
You know, my father has styled one of the James Bond films.
Has it?
This guy, yeah, the guy, not James Bond, but it's a James Bond film. There's a guy called Richard Harris.
Yeah.
There was a James Bond film by name of The Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah.
So Richard Harris was playing the negative character in that film. So when he had come to India, my father had styled him.
Very. Richard Harris
Richard Harris.
Richard Harris is a really famous actor within our era. I mean, I suppose that a lot of the young guys out there wouldn't remember it, but Richard Harris was a method actor that's really, really famous. Do you know what? I think I agree with you. I think Casino Royale was a great film. I like the earlier films really. I like
Which one is your favorite?
I like Sean Connery, but I like the fun side of the James Bond films. You know, Simon, you know, when you used to have like Goldfinger, Moonraker, all those kind of...
We always used to watch them around about Christmas time as well, didn't we?
But Gary, you look quite similar to Sean Connery. Seriously.
Now I know you're
drinking moonshine. Is that Perrier water filled with moonshine? Here, hang on a minute. Ali, I'm passing you these through the screen. My glasses are coming through to you. There you go. Get them on. Young Sean.
I'll never live that one down now, AALIM, I tell you. Now, everybody, can you please share this? 1, 2, 3. We're going to share this all over the place. Everybody who's watching tonight, if you share this, if you're watching it on catch up, share the hell out of this for our education as well. And a really great guy, Mr. AALIM Hakim, who's been a great guest tonight as well. Who's going to be your best Bond then? And what's the best film you've enjoyed then, Simon?
I think Skyfall was. I just think it had everything to it. Skyfall was just
Skyfall was
fantastic.
very nice. Yeah, even I really enjoyed Skyfall. It was
especially going up to Scotland, and you know, I thought Judi Dench was fantastic in it. I just thought it had lots of stuff in it. It kept you on your edge. I like all the Bond movies though. There's not one that you don't like.
I know.
They're just
all good. I like the funny ones. You know, when certainly, I think between Sean Connery and Daniel Craig and a few in between, I think there was a real fun start, like kind of part to the film.
The Pierce Brosnan one.
Yeah, Pierce a little bit. I think there's a lot of humor in the in the early ones as well. They went a little bit more serious, and he was a bit more of a smouldering, serious look onto Daniel Craig. I love Daniel Craig. I think he should carry on until he drops. But I like the humor in the tongue-in-cheek humor, as you like it, in the early Bond films. I like that. So
you know where I liked him for the first time the most was in that movie called Munich.
Called
Munich.
Oh yeah,
he was not he was not playing the central character, but he was a very important character in the film.
So before we leave you, before we join you on the 21st, I just want to say to you that when I can and it's safe, and India's in a really good place again, because I know that the COVID, since when we spoke to you, had not really grabbed hold of India yet, and it's really grabbed hold of you like it has in the UK. So we hope, and our prayers go out to everybody in India, and especially for the guys who are on the streets as well in India. Our prayers go out to everybody to be safe. You're a true ambassador for everybody out there, mate. I tell you what, you've got your feet on the ground. You're a superstar, and I love watching your Facebook stuff, mate. I just love watching it, guys. He's just a breath of fresh air. He's got for how famous you are out there. There's no edge to you.
That's really sweet. That's really sweet of you, Simon, to say that.
But I want to say to you, and I want to say it live here. We booked our space for Salon International 2021, Wahl, the big stage again.
Wow.
And I would love to fly you out to work on our stage at Wahl in 2021 in October. I'd love to get you out there to work with the Wahl guys on our stage, because I think you're a superstar, mate. And I think, the UK need to see you live.
I'm humbled.
Gary, it's like, do you know one thing as well, what he said tonight, what you picked up on, Gary, is that there's so many people out there that filter stuff and bullshit stuff. He don't bullshit out. He just says it as it is. And he says it as it is with, like, he's got famous people going in his shop all the time. Not like one every month. They're in and out there all the time. Energy, he lives his life right on he puts his heart on his sleeve. And I think, you know what, Alim? Good things happen to good people.
That's really kind of you. That's really kind of you to use such words there, Simon. Really seriously.
Me and Gaz, when you, I have to say as well, you hold the record as well. You hold the record. Barbers Arms as the most.
Yes.
When you was on 400,000 views.
Highest.
When you were on.
Thank you. I know.
So tonight we're challenging you tonight to get over the 500,000. Tonight is your night. You need to share it.
Let's see. Yeah.
You need to share the hell out of this, mate. And we want a massive audience there for you on the 21st as well, and the 20th.
I'm quite excited. I'm very, very excited, Simon.
Get all you guys to follow us on the 6th as well, which will be really good.
This Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
It's been a pleasure, sir. Thank you very much for coming.
Same here, Gary.
You're a true gentleman and a professional. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you so much.
We can't wait to see you on the 21st, mate. Join us on the 6th. Share everything with us. You're our Indian superstar. We love you. Good. Have a nice weekend,
Cheers, Simon.
bro.
I love you. Bye-bye.
See you.
Good night. Namaskar.
Never fails to.
Woo. I absolutely love having him in the house, don't you?
Yeah, he never fails to pleasure. He's a pleasure to have on into. He's just a great guy.
Yeah, he is really good.
We've got a load of people that we've got to say hi to. I know we don't usually do this anymore because we've got so many followers, but I noticed we've got loads of. We got Nikos, we got Vagabonds, we've got Mary from Belfast, Mary Jackson, absolutely love her. She's a lady and a half. All the people that are following us, Mario from Canada, We've got all the people that follow us in North America as well and around the world. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I know we don't give you a mention every week anymore, but we have to. We have to, because you're so important to the show. Which one are you on now?
I can't stop drinking this roasted apple. Honestly.
Oh no, you got to try a different one now. We've
Oh,
got to
come
try.
on, no. Oh,
You've got to have you've got to have a tough nut. Tough nut.
I'll do the whole of the roasted apple. I can't.
No, you've got to taste test them. You've got to leave a little bit for next time. You can't drink them all in one go.
Right, I'm gonna try then. I've nearly done half of that.
Yeah, I have as well. So we've done half each now.
The camera don't do it justice. It's nice though.
But we're on the tough nut now.
Tough note. Here we go.
Oh, this smells really good as well.
Oh, that smells gorgeous.
This is, I tell you what, if we were in Tennessee now, they'd go mad with us, because
so
this
nice.
is moonshine. This doesn't take the enamel off your teeth.
It does.
That's lovely. I like that one.
That's lovely. Fucking
That's
dynamite.
lovely.
Fucking hell. Not to myself, just fucking. Honestly, that's done me. You should have this. So nice. Honestly, I could pour that over a cake and eat it. It's gorgeous.
I think step away from the moonshine.
They're dangerous. They are dangerous because they are so nice. They are so nice.
They
by the
are.
way, we're not sponsored by O'Donnell's. They are nice though. They're nice though, them. Honestly, mate, I've got to say, roasted apple and tough nut moonshine. Imagine me going into Barnsley and asking for, oh, have you got any O'Donnell's roasted apple? I'd be like, what? Fuck off. John Smith's, have it.
Newcastle Brown, have it.
Yes. I'm just in this bar anyway, and I'm watching pizzas being delivered by the dozen as I'm working away here and having a chat with you. I'm seeing pizzas being delivered, and it's looking very nice. Not that I've had my tea, I'm having my nuts, I'm having my roasted, I'm having my tough nut. Oh, I can't believe how nice they are, to be fair. I thought it was going to be rancid. The first moonshine you had, though, in that big jar that looked like it were homemade, it looked like mead.
Oh, I tell you, I mean that's Mr. Gambuza, Frank Gambuza from Tennessee. Like I said, he got me into that, and it's absolutely. I got to like it, to be honest. You hated it. I know when you came up for my birthday, you hated it, but I got to the point where it was so bad I quite liked it. It was good. I quite like it. I do. You liked the apple one before though as well, didn't you? There was a. You like the sweetness. You like the cinnamon whiskey as well, though. That cinnamon
whiskey's nice. See, listen, anybody out there, for future reference, when we're at bars or if we're at Salon International and all like that, the way to my heart is get me something like a dessert drink like that. Something that's sweet. Do you know, I still like a cheeky lager and blackcurrant. When I'm opening that, it's saying roasted apples, tough nut, wild berries. You know, it's like, oh, come on, give me an umbrella.
You sounded more like Dalboy every day.
I love what you said in Campari. Not better.
We've got our next guest on, which is Mr. Anthony Edge. What do you know about Anthony then?
Well, I know he's a northerner. I've seen him on the circuit a few, you know, I've been in this industry now 35 years. I know he were over in America. He still is in America. He did some stuff over here for Tony and Guy. Looking forward to seeing him tonight and having a chat with him, see what their life's like. I hate using this phrase, but we get it quite a lot. Me and Trevor on a meeting the other day, and like, how's life at the other side of the pond? So it's like,
you know what?
In America.
I don't think he'll be saying it like that. He's still the same guy. The last time, I mean, obviously we haven't been traveling this year, but he's based in San Diego in California, and I was out there back end of last year, but we didn't manage to meet up. But I saw him in January in the Long Beach show. And what a lovely, I mean, he knocks about with some lovely people. Do you know Mark from Electric, Mark Woolley?
Yeah.
From Electric
Mark's fantastic.
Yeah, great brand, lovely bloke.
I think we should get Mark on the show, to be fair.
Yeah, we should do. But with, you know, Anthony got out there, met his lovely wife, Gloria. She's absolutely beautiful, stunner, absolutely lovely, lovely person. And they're working out at the salon in San Diego. He's doing his education. So I'm really excited to see how how all this madness is taking him, where it's taking him, how his business is as well. But it'll be really good. It'll be really good to give us a taste of what life's like out there for a Brit as well.
Just looking at some of the stuff, guys, that's coming this week as well on the UK side. Is it? One of my pals was a barber. We're going out to Portugal this weekend, and he couldn't go because I think they've pulled Portugal back into the quarantine thing. That's right.
Yeah.
And again, I think, do you know what? I know people have tried to get away with it and tried to be in a position where, you know, we'll try and keep an holiday going. We'll try and keep this. I had some book with lads to go away in November to Benidorm. That got cancelled today, which is McKinney said thank you straight away. They were down here and I was driving in car. My pal he says, "Oh, flights have been cancelled to Benidorm." They were like, McKinney's going, thumbs up, good.
Yeah, but you gotta love Benny with the lads, don't you?
Oh, look, you've got to do it at least once every other year.
We try to do it every year, but we missed this. This is the first year I've missed since I was 17, I think, that I haven't been away with the lads. It's just, you got to do it. You got to have that little 3-4 days, haven't you?
Mm.
Just escape.
So before Anthony comes on, we normally have a little break at this point. You normally do a cocktail drink, but because we were stacked out tonight, I'm going to leave you talking about something really interesting to do with the industry that you can come up with. I just need to go for a quick wee.
Are you kidding? I thought you were already. Go on.
I've had. Listen, I'm only going to say it once.
Well, listen, ladies and gents. Anyway, usually we've stopped using the microphones anyway because Simon last time a few episodes ago decided to leave his mic on for the rest of his toilet break. So we heard and saw it, and literally everything, left nothing to the imagination. If I can just say hi to Ryan Dutton and a few other people. We got Sariel McCann, we got Vasim Ali, we got all the guys from Rogers Barbershops as well. We've got the guys from Chak's Barbers in not far away from me, about 5 or 10 miles away, who want to do some work with us as well. So, and just like to say as well, to all the guys out there who are taking on apprentices, they really, I know we talked about this last week, really valued. Everybody's had their grades now. So come on, get out there and give them a chance. There is loads of funding out there at the moment. That isn't the reason you should be taking them on. But we've been really, really busy now with interviewing. Rachel's been out for RB training. The BBA really, really values all the industry taking on apprentices and what it adds to the business as well. So we've got, can I just say hello to Jason as well? We've got Jason from Florida. We'd just like to say hi to him as well. He's watching at the moment. Just going on about apprentices again, this is the time that these guys are available. As I said earlier, they've had their grades. This is the time that we can now access and sign them up. So do your homework, look at a good provider. Don't just jump in with the first one. Remember, as salon owners, you're in control where you send your apprentices, where you send your trainees. So don't just go for the first one. Look at people's reputation, past results, and really look to where they can go. So Jason, he's the merchant of beauty in Florida. He's the BBA distributor. Welcome, Jason. Nice to hear from you. Nice to see you. Hopefully we'll get over to see you soon. I think when's the Florida show? When do we do Florida? Is that June?
June, July?
June.
Normally when Barber Connect is.
Yeah, it's usually beginning of June. So Jason, get on to Trevor, and we'll see you in June if at all possible. So we'll do the meeting in Florida. We'll do the show in Florida. But
guys,
yeah,
moonshine's kicking in.
Is he? We got another 2 to go. We got a taste test on 2 more, so you'll be all right. You know, you're doing well. Everything's good. Anthony isn't in the car park yet, so he's all right yet. So just going on from. Are you actually back in work yet? I know a lot of people are asking. You know, we're getting back to normal, and people are coming off furlough and everything. When do you actually go back into work yet? Is Wahl up and running? It's full time. Have we got stock now?
We're not back as full operational. The production team and the warehouse team are doing an amazing job of, you know, making sure everybody's got the clippers and everything. And the warehouses around the world have been working as well. We had 30 days where we shut down. But office staff are integrated at different times. People have been working from home and done a great job. But obviously the whole demographics of how life used to be at Wahl have changed as well at the UK. You've been down there, so you know such a big place as well. But RMD's done a great job in making it such a safe place for everybody. But before you go back in, you've got to have an induction. When you go in, the sanitizer outside, and then you have an X-ray heat test before you go in there. So I'm not probably going to go back until probably about the 14th of September, 15th September, something like that, into the head office. But obviously I'm going out. I've been doing bits and pieces, and I'm going out. I'm traveling tomorrow to go down to Sam to do the event on the 6th, this Sunday. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's a nice full day. Looking forward to me doing my bit, Sam doing his bit, and then obviously finish off with us guys in the Barber's Arms afterwards. So I'm probably 20% back as normal. Your week's full of meetings and international meetings, and we've got some exciting new products coming out, really exciting new products coming out. I wish I could share them with you tonight, but we're not ready to launch them yet. But guys, just keep tuned in on the Wahl Pro sites, because we've got some amazing stuff coming out, some real cool stuff coming out. So that's going to be interesting. And then speaking to the team, guys, you know, quite a lot. Rick Roberts and Michael Damiano and Carl Blake and everybody's still involved. They're all busy in their own shops, but we've got used to it now, haven't we? The way it is.
Do you know what? Do you know what? That's what I was getting. We're almost getting used to our new habits, aren't we? That's the worrying thing. We're getting used to not doing things, and I think that's quite hard. Do you know what? One thing I wanted to bring up, and you don't have to if you don't want to, but I've had so many inquiries because people know I'm associated with you, and you know we do this on a Friday. Has the exchange, the Clipper exchange, kicked back in yet that you do at Wahl? Because loads of people have been messaging me saying they couldn't get through or whatever. Is that back up and running now or not?
I think it is. I think we, you know, from the service team, the technical team that work down there, Matt Gould, who runs our technical team, he does a fantastic job in there. So I think it's fully operational. I think what's happened from our point of view is that from the website point of view, it went crazy over lockdown, and we're not geared up. We weren't geared up for that, because we normally send that stuff out in pallets. So I think what happened was that we had a lot of backlog there. People were very patient with us. We tried to get everybody answering emails and everything. So it's been a different time for us. We thank all the people who've been buying products off us. It's been amazing. Thank you very much. But yeah, I think it is fully operational, back up and running. Just have to bear with us through this time. But I will find out for definite. Maybe mention it on Sunday on our education day as well for people who tune in.
I mean,
find out about that.
It's probably the best kept secret in the industry, but you know, it's a great service, and you know, it was missed while we were having these problems. But anybody who wants to use that, I totally recommend it. It's fantastic.
Quick tester before we get Anthony on from America. Wildberry.
Oh, I was going to go for the bitter rose, but we'll do the wildberry. We'll do it in your order if you want to. That's no problem. So we're going to do the wildberry now then.
Oh, that smells nice as well. It's gorgeous. That's so nice.
Oh, Jackie, you're going to be the ruination of us, honestly.
Honestly. That's so nice. Oh.
And we've got our next guest, hopefully.
Your guess, Gary.
Mr. Anthony Edge, can you hear us?
Hi, mate.
Hi, mate. How are you? You've got a nice looking bar there.
Anthony.
Hi, Gary. Hi, Simon.
Buddy, all right?
Anthony, you all good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Absolutely average. We moonshined off his heads.
Yeah, I was watching it earlier.
Anthony, I mean, we've tried to give you a big up and introduce you to our audience. And
I'll have a beer as well with you.
What are you drinking? Get the first things out first.
Yeah, normally it's Boddington's, but they're changing the barrel behind me. So I'm stuck with this Peroni Italian shit.
Oh, can't afford
Where are you, Anthony? Where are you in the world?
I'm in San Diego, California.
Wow. What's it like out there? What's the weather like at the minute?
It's red hot. It's a little bit different to Blackpool.
I can imagine.
I'm originally from Blackpool, and I'm in San Diego.
Just quickly for our viewers that don't know you as well as we do, but just quick 1 minute bio of who you are, where you are, and what you do.
Okay, so my name's Anthony Edge. I originally from Blackpool in the northern part of England. Went to school up there, worked in a local hair salon, qualified, worked in a salon, and then went to Salon International. Saw people like Simon on stage and different artists on stage, and then got inspired by different brands, different companies, paid some money to go to different classes. And then in the 90s, I ended up joining a company called Tony and Guy. Left Blackpool, joined London, and then worked in the academy, became one of their artistic directors, traveled all over the world with Tony and Guy, did all the videos, the DVDs, the collections every year. And then 11 years ago, Tony gave me an opportunity to come to America. So I came to America to launch a product line for Tony, which was called Label M at the time. And we launched that in America. No one ever knew about it in America. Launched that 11 years ago. And then I decided to go on my own. So I did a little bit of education for a brand in Australia called Evo, quite quirky, kind of little cheeky little brand. So I did some education for them independently. So still keeping my name Edge. And then decided then just to do my own stuff. I was just sick of the bullshit. So just wanted to do my own stuff, really. What you see is what you get. And that's what I like it now. So what makes us a little bit different to some of the other independents out there is we bring out a collection of haircuts every single year. So me and my wife, we go trekking the streets and finding out cool hipster kind of kits. And then we bring a collection together every year.
So do you work with Michael Bacon here in the UK?
Yeah, I know Michael. I've worked with him in the past. When I did a little bit of Evo, so that would be probably now 3 years ago when I did a bit with Michael. Yeah, he's a good lad. He can drink.
And do you have your family there now in America? There's no plans to come back to Blighty?
I don't know. He did talk about it. You know, with all this craziness going on in the world, it's amazing how many educators I know who have lived in New York. It's been all happening in New York or LA, and they go there for work, and they go there to do session work, or they do celebrities or whatever, and they're scared and they've all gone back home. So there's amazing how many hairdressers I know who have gone back to the roots. So they've gone back to England or they've gone back to Australia. You know, they're a bit scared of like places like New York at the moment.
Anthony, at the moment, I mean, California is a bit of a funny place at the moment, isn't it, for our industry? I mean, is he? I don't know if San Diego's part of this, but are you only allowed to work outside at the moment? Is that still the same with you or not?
It's just open this week. So this week is the first week we can open. So the salons and the barber shops are open, and this is the first time. We open for 4 weeks, so this is kind of like a second lockdown. So we locked down in California on the 17th of March. Then we reopened a part of June and July, and it was for 4 weeks. And then we got shut down again for another 7 weeks. So in total, since March, every barber and hairdressers work 4 weeks.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that
imagine how it's affected our industry.
Unbelievable.
And of course, does the government do anything like we've done in the UK, furloughs? It doesn't happen over there, does it?
No, they don't do anything like that. So they can get unemployment, which is pretty low. And then they got a bonus. People got bonuses of unemployment. So like a kind of like an extra $600, I think it was, a month because of the crisis. But that ran out. So no one got anything then. And then if you're independent or if you're self-employed, then it was kind of like, good luck if there's anything left. So
yeah,
guesses are like that. So
what about the you know, like your insurance, your medical insurance and that? Do they defer payments in this period, or do you still have to pay your payments?
You still have to pay. No, you still have to pay that. Insurance is crazy.
Trump standing up there saying he's doing a fucking amazing job, but you don't hear it really what's happening actually on the streets.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, it's just in San Diego here, where we're based, there's 32 hair salons or barber shops closed permanently.
Yeah.
We've been to probably about 8 protests. I've had my sign out saying bollocks because Americans don't know what bollocks mean. So I just had a sign saying bollocks to this shit. And every American was like, what's bollocks?
So what, have you just relied on savings and stuff?
So for us, like, you know, obviously luckily we did have savings. I'm married. I've got a little girl who's 4 years old. She had savings, so I spent her savings. All right. So I have to admit, yes, it's been tricky. We've been closed 5 months, and my main, you know, we have a salon, but my main business is education. I've done education now for 25 years of my career. You know, doing Tony and Guy and stuff. So I live on the road a bit, just exactly the same as you guys. You know, all the conference centres, all the hair shows, all that's been closed for now or postponed till next year. So I've had to like rethink my education, and I've been doing virtual classes like this on Zoom, just doing virtual.
I know. You know, we've met at Long Beach and different places, and I know the type of people you collaborate with. So the academy that you're planning at the moment, what's in the pipeline for you? You know, I know you said it's online. Is that something that you're going to take further with Gloria, or is it something you're going to push on your own, or what's your plan now then?
Oh, the plan, believe it or not, before this lockdown, we were in the process of opening a beauty school. So I don't know if I told you that, guys, but like I was opening a beauty school. So I really wanted to do something big. So we looked at a 6,000 square foot big unit, and we were going to do a cosmetology beauty school. And then later on, you know, do the barbering as well. And that's what our vision was. We really wanted to put our stamp on America, and like, you know, instead of just doing like just classes here and there. So we looked at a facility. We got the furniture, we got the architects in there, we got everything ready. And then me and my wife just said, you know, let's just have a look over everything and wait a week. And then this came. So I owe everything to Gloria for saying, let's just wait a week. Because otherwise we would have been signed up and probably bankrupt within the first month.
Oh, my goodness.
Because I know a lot of people have beauty schools here, because beauty schools is, you know, it's different to England. Here in California, you can be a qualified hairdresser in 1,600 hours. So 1,600 hours is usually about 9 months, and you qualify. But you pay a lot of money for it. You pay 25 grand.
The thing is, Ant, you know, people don't understand it in the UK how lucky we are in a way, because of our education. Everything has to be paid for in North America, but. Yes. Not only that, they have to be licensed before then they actually get a job, don't they?
That's right.
So, you know, you go to beauty school, you pay 25 grand, and then you need to go out and get a job. And that's when you really learn the craft then, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, it is.
So it's a lot different than what it is in the UK. But do you know what? You're a breath of fresh air. It's like having a little bit of the UK in California, mate. Every time I see you, you really, your wife's beautiful. You've got a great business. What, you know, from your point of view of California or North America generally, what does it give you from an industry point of view that you didn't get in the UK then? What pulled you to it? I know you were taken out there by Tony Gay originally, but what made you stay?
I just thought there was a lot more opportunity. I think the more you put into something, I'm a big believer that I've always been like that. I think that's because we're Northern. I think it's kind of like the more you put into something, the more you get out of it. And if you're a lazy git, then stay a lazy git. But for me, it's kind of like, I know I go, if I'm interested in something, I put my heart and soul into it. And I just felt like there was a lot of opportunity here to grow in America. So I wanted to stay. So I got my green card, and then I met Gloria, and then she's from America. And then we got married and then had the little one. And then we moved to San Diego because my in-laws live here. Prior to that, I was living in Miami, and that was completely different culture.
So just give us what's the difference? I mean, I know the difference, but from East to West Coast, what's the difference for you? How can you describe that in a few sentences for our viewers?
I think with the East, it's kind of like a little bit more laid back. It's I think more laid back on this side, I would say. People dress up a little bit more on the East Coast. Miami and obviously that coast in Florida is a little bit crazy. It's very humidity. And I felt like the education was hard to sell in that area in Miami. It's more of a destinational place. I felt like people could come for a holiday and then maybe do a couple of days education. But going around salons and getting people involved in education, it was, it's very disheartening. It was really hard finding models. Everyone wanted to just cut plastic dolly heads. And I was like, don't want to do any of that. So, California for me is a lot better that way. Everyone seems to be more hungry for education. There's a lot of educators out here, a lot of good ones. And I like that. I'm not afraid of going somewhere where there's a load of competition, because I think I'm a big believer that, iron sharpens iron. So, you get bored with that educator, you go to another educator in the same town.
So, Anthony, we've got a few questions coming in, just a little bit about your past and a little bit about the future as well. So we'll lead you into it. So working with Tony and Guy and going out there Tony sent you out there to launch Label M, which is a massive product. And, Tony and Guy's been in one of those massive names. It's like Man United, and it's just massive name in the industry. What's one of the secrets that Tony, and in your own words, working in that background there, what's one of the secrets to Tony and Guy's success, would you say?
Easy. Team. Let everybody be a part of the brand. And I think that's the success of Tony and Guy, because you look at it from the artistic side to just working in a salon or going down that franchise road. And we all know people at Tony and Guy, who we know from business side to the artistic side. And I feel like it all comes down to team, getting everybody involved. And they make everyone feel like a family.
Well,
like
do you know, you're the second person, though, in the last maybe 8 weeks that said that to me as well. Do you know Jim Shaw?
Yes. Yeah.
So Jim's a good mate of mine, and he's doing some work with us, but he's obviously a franchise shop in Billericay. And one of the things he always says, it's all about the team. He's fetching all the team through now. Daisy Carter, and he's fetching the team through. So it's nice and refreshing to hear that. Very colourful career so far, from Blackpool to London to then getting out to America. People are sat there thinking, what's next? So before we go into the eyes, what's the worst thing that's happened so far? What's the kind of downside that you'd look at and think, that part of my career weren't so good? Where would it have been? Where do you hit a bit of a rock?
Probably in London, I think, at one point. Just got a little bit on the party side a little bit. If I look back, joining Tony and Guy, got a bit messed up in some part of my career. And, you feel like you're invincible. And, sometimes I used to get on stage and I can't remember even cutting hair on stage. And, I got a little bit lost. So yeah, I just maybe got in the wrong circle. Felt like I was bigger than everybody else.
Do you know what, Gary? Gary, this is a true story. This 1995, Goldwell opened their academy in Mayfair, and I started working. They opened it up in the May. I started doing seminars there in the June, and I were averaging maybe 6-7 days a month. And I started going out after the seminars in the academy, which were beautiful. It were in Mayfair, in Sackville Street. Started going out with the sales director, Mitch Lucas, Ray Roberts, the chairman. I remember after about 4 years, I came out of a bar about 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was daylight, and I got a taxi. I got back to my hotel in Kensington. I got a shower, sat on bed. I went into the academy that morning. I thought, this has happened. This is every week. Every week I'm coming here. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going out. And every time it finished on the Monday, you'd be out Monday night. You'd be out Tuesday night. These are not weekend. London's crappy weekend. It's the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights. That's the best nights, isn't it, Ant?
Yeah, it is. Perfect. And unfortunately, when you're working as in an academy space, or you're having students come in, you know, every day is a different student. And they say, oh, I haven't seen you for ages. Let's go for a beer. And then next day, it's another group. And then it's another group. And being, you know, maybe the head of a group or head of a class, you feel like, oh, I better take them out for a drink. And then you're like, I'm the last one standing. Or not standing.
Do you know what, though? Do you know what, though? Working in a city like that, you know, especially, you know, it could be anywhere in the world. It takes you so long to get home to your digs, though, that you go out straight from work, don't you? You can't go home and get changed and then go out again. You tend to go out straight from work, and then you don't go home, do you? You have that 3, 4, and then stay out now, and you end up don't going home until so you go work and then go straight out, don't you? So,
well, I don't know about you two, but I was staying in like Park Lane and Piccadilly, so it's only a little walk for me, to be fair.
I didn't live too far away. I lived in Little Venice, so not too far. Little Maida Vale.
And don't believe a word he says, man.
No, listen, honestly, I was very lucky. I stayed in Kensington a lot. But I can remember going to a little nightclub once, and it was just off Piccadilly, and I think it was called it was like a Latino bar. Right. Used to go in there on a Monday, Tuesday night, and guys, it'd be packed, and everybody would be in like Latino. Food was fantastic. You'd go down. Fuck, honestly, I'd be like waking up next morning. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got like a class of 10 in Mayfair. They're all excited. They're all ready. And then what the worst were, you do a Monday, Tuesday course, and then Wednesday you do a one-day course. And I'd travel back Thursday. But the people on the Wednesday wanted to go out, like he's just said. And it's like, we're out for night, we're in London. Come on, come out for a beer with us. And you do it again, and you get back, and then you'd be in Priory for 2 weeks, and then go back and do another seminar. It's a fucking nightmare.
It's the same all over the world, though, isn't it?
It is, though. It is.
All over the world.
It's like when you go to a hair show, and like you see that, you know, I hate being at a hair show and you're doing a private class at like 9 a.m. the next morning, because no one's ever going to make it. You know, that is kind of like, can you put me on at midday or in the afternoon, because no one's going to make that second day at 9 o'clock.
So we've talked about London then, which were a bit of a rock for you. You know, you hit a bit of a wall. If you're looking back at your career, which part of your career would you like to relive? Which part do you think that gave me goosebumps? That's the best thing I've ever done. I'd love to go back to that time right now.
I think awards are always nice. You know, I did the British Hairdressing Awards, and I got to the final, and I did a Southern Hairdresser, and I thought I was going to win it, and I didn't win it, unfortunately, but that gives me goosebumps. I mean, that was the kind of like, wow. I didn't really want to win it. I was like really cocky at the time, like, yeah, if I win it, I win it. And then that night when I sat there, I was like, I want to win it. And it gave me goose pimples, and yeah, I loved it, because I did the collection. I still look at it now and I love it, because I've got a Union Jack, and I made dresses for the girls, and it was just wrapped round and really nice. And I feel like still to this day, it's timeless, that collection.
I always just think British Hairdresser Awards over years were a bit like Tony and Guy Mafia as well, because as the awards grew, it weren't just downstairs in the Grosvenor, it ended up upstairs. So when it came to nominees, and especially London Hairdresser of the Year, Tony and Guy would have like a couple in there, they'd have a couple in the British, avant-garde, and when their names were mentioned, it was like, hey. And so it was a little bit like a Tony and Guy Mafia at the awards.
I think
so
nowadays it's leveled out now.
You what, sorry?
I think it's leveled out now, though.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have, you know, they've used those benchmarks of Tony and Guy, Vidal Sassoon, and people have taken those kind of elements and, you know, made their own brands now. So there's loads of amazing brands in the UK which have maybe had them as a benchmark and then said, hey, this is what I want to do in my brand now. So I see, like, you know, like you mentioned Mark Woolley before, you know, electric, you know, I feel like he's taken ideas from other companies and then he's made his own identity there. And I just feel like there's a lot of companies in the UK who have done that.
Do you know what, Anthony? I think the level of education and the level of the consistency, I think, more than anything, has just gone through the roof, I think, in the last few years. Especially with how salons look, you know, how they kitted out, how people work now. I think that those early years of Tony and Guy and Sassoon and, you know, other great brands, I think people have aspired to that, and it's raised the level across the board. I think they've been involved in that to the point where it's affected the whole industry as well. I know we had a lot to do with Rachel, my other half, that you probably met. She was at the Manchester Academy, and I always found it unbelievable that people who work for Tony and Guy only wanted to work for Tony and Guy. They almost thought it was, you know, when you talk about team, they wanted to take on a franchise no matter what. They didn't want to work for anybody else, you know. And I think that's been the benchmark. But I think that's been raised now throughout the industry, and you know, it's worked, hasn't it?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, 80s, 90s, there was a big divide. Now I think the divide's got closer now, and it's like even in barbering, you know, like people who say, oh, I go and have a cheap barber haircut, or I go a little bit high end, or I go to a unisex hairdresser who does men's hair. Nowadays, I just think it's got a lot tighter now. You know, it's not like you can't get a cheap barber haircut anywhere, and you can't get, you know.
I'll tell you what, mate.
You can't get a cheap haircut anymore. It's got a bit tighter now, I think.
The messages are going off the scale here. They can't wait to see you on our education day. Cool. So, Gary, while me and you, we're going to get Anthony read off our education days. This Sunday, we've got our first education day, Anthony, in the UK. So it's starting off with Michael Damiano, then on to Gaz up in the north, then we come back down to me in the south. And then we've got Eric Lander, we've got Sam Campagna, lead educator from the Wahl UK. And then me and Gaz are going to wrap up with everybody in the Barber's Arms. Now, the 24th. Anthony, whilst you're in the house, you can see your screen.
Yeah.
Do you want to read off who's going to be on our 24-hour education platform?
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
All right, so we've got Joff Davis.
From Savills.
Right, okay, and then it's got to be confirmed. Then we got Rick Roberts.
Rick Roberts, yeah.
Then we got yourself, Simon Shaw. And we got Gaza. Hey. We got Jack Ludlow. Yeah. Eric Alander. And then to be confirmed, and we've got Frank Rimmer. Van Cousel, I know Van. Okay, so a good friend of mine, Van from Atlanta. And then Christy, and then Corey.
They're both from America as well.
Yeah, okay. Then kicking off. Hopefully no one's been out the night before. All right, then it's kicks off with Anthony Edge, and then we've got a couple of confirms, and then we go Jay Ramos, and then a confirmation, and then we've got Anna Elliott.
China.
Yeah, really? Oh, nice. Paul Dare.
Australia.
Don DeSantis, is that right? Jude Habit. And then
Jawad Abid from India.
And then Amma Hakim.
AALIM Hakim.
And then finish off with you boys in the pub.
There you go. You did really well on your first presenting job there on Barbers. That's all coming to you guys on the 20th of September, guys. It's the first time ever we've done this. It's a 24-hour global education. Anthony's just read off some of the names there, guys, but we can't wait to host this through Barbers Arms and British Barbers Association all together in association with our associate sponsor, Wahl UK. We can't wait for this to happen. And I think, Anthony, when we looked at it, I mean, I hope you've been watching Barbers Arms, but we've had Errol on, Jamie Stevens. We've had lots of top English guys on. Obviously, we're running the 24-hour one on the 20th. Some people can't make it on them days because everybody's back at work. But the lineup so far, for anybody who's sat at home watching and looking at the calendar and thinking, wow, look at these. This is free. This is like, I need to register for this because this will never happen again. You know, we're planning an exhibition and lots of different stuff later in the year, November. But this, for a free education, it's unbelievable. How do you feel to be part of this?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it because, you know, there's a lot of names on there I don't even know as well. So I'm going to, you know, go on, you know, once we get off here, I'm going to go through that list and, you know, follow them and look at their work. Because I'm a big believer there's always some new talent out there and people you don't hear of. So it's nice to see some different brands and different people. So I'm looking forward to being a part of it, yeah.
Just quickly, Ant, as well, I know you're in North America and you travel, you know, like mad, like all of us, and you see a lot of people come into contact. Who's inspiring you at the moment?
Inspiring me at the moment?
Yeah, in North America, you know, you mentioned, you know, Van and, you know, some big names out there, but who inspires you? What inspires you? Or it might not be another hairdresser or barber, but what inspires you at the moment?
Well, you know, I always look for inspiration everywhere. So it's like, you know, my big hobby at the moment is art. I love art. So I get inspired by different arts and stuff like that. But I love graffiti art and things. But like literally in the industry and stuff, there is quite a few people. I've got a good mate who lives here called DJ. He wrote the curriculum for Paul Mitchell and for Vidal Sassoon. He wrote the ABCs. And he's a lad from Sheffield. And he lives here in San Diego, and we've become good mates. And we go to the pub and have a couple of pints of bods, and we talk about, you know, our industry. Which, in a way, we both had the same job role, but he was at Sassoon and I was at Tony & Guy, so it's kind of nice, really. So he's inspired me a lot since I've lived here in San Diego. And then, you know, there's different companies out there who inspire me a little bit. Tyler Johnson, I like him. You know, Northerner. I like some of his work, what he's been doing. I like Jody Taylor, you know, Barber and Wise. Jody, he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
Tony guy.
Yeah, I took him through his MVQ many years ago, so I know.
Do you know Kevin as well? Do you work?
Kevin,
have you worked with Kevin?
Kevin, good lad as well. So I like to see what they're doing for the male grooming. A lot of people over here like Matty Conrad. A lot of people like
Canadian.
Canadian lad, yeah. A lot of people like.
We've done. Do you know what though? I mean, from a point of view of living where you live as well. I mean, San Diego is a lovely place. I think you know, it's California generally. I mean, the climate is fantastic as well. And I know you would have gone there. Would you have gone there if the in-laws? Would you ended up there if the in-laws weren't there? Is it somewhere you really love now? Is it somewhere you really like?
I do love it now. I do love it now. At first, when we decided to move, I didn't really want to leave Miami. I like Miami. I like this beach. I like the culture. I love the hot weather. It was great. But like, you know, bringing up a little one, Miami's not that great for that. It's more of a party town, you know, bringing in children and stuff. So yeah, going to California and you look at like the whole of California, I'm really happy that we are in San Diego more than going more LA. Because I like to find models, you know, at the moment we've been doing a few dolly heads, you know, hands-on and stuff. But I like to get real blokes and real girls and like do their makeovers and stuff. And I find model situation going out on the street, and I can go to coffee shops, bars, libraries, baristas, things like that. I can find models. But if I was in LA, nah, it'd be a nightmare. You know, there'd be all close extensions.
Be a bit different at Tower Lounge at Blackpool.
Pardon?
It'd be a little bit different to some of the bars like the Tower Lounge at Blackpool.
Tower Lounge.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, I'd go in there and stick to the carpet.
Listen, guys, this is why I'm practicing with boxing. I'm going to Blackpool soon, so I'm going to Tower Lounge. I'm going to have a fight in there. and do it. And if you've been watching Barbers Arms, we finish off with a little quick fire profile of our guest, our main guest. So here we go. Anthony Edge from Blackpool, now over in America. Your career sounds fantastic.
Thanks,
Taking
mate.
out there from working in a salon in Blackpool, going out there with Tony and Guy to launch Label M out there, and now on your own. You sound fantastic, mate. I can't wait to watch you on 21st as well. So, guys, don't forget to share it, Ant, as well with all your fans and followers out there. So, Anthony, what's your favourite food?
Food. I'm gonna have to say Chinese because my wife's from China. She's from Hong Kong, so I'm gonna say Chinese.
Nice. What's your favourite music?
I'm gonna go for the Beatles or anything mod related. Paul Weller.
Beatles.
Or Paul
Yeah, I
Weller.
like Paul. We'll put Paul Weller as well.
Yeah, Paul Weller.
Okay. What's your favourite drink?
Beer. Boddington's.
Beer. What was she called? Melanie Sykes used to do that.
Yeah.
Bayek, Bayek, it's gorgeous.
I loved it. You're in Manchester in a hotel. She'd come on.
Yeah.
What's your favourite place that you've travelled to? What's your favourite destination that you'd like to be in?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Been everywhere. So it's all where you're with, really. I'd probably say, bloody hell. No, the Caribbean, something like that. It's always nice. Or yeah,
Caribbean. I don't know if you do fucking Boddington's in Caribbean.
yeah, no.
Who would be your ideal dinner date? Who would you like to go out for a meal? And if you had a chance to go out for one meal, who would you take that with?
My wife. It's amazing now. It's so difficult to get a dinner now when you have a little one. All right. But truthfully, if you had to have somebody, probably Robert De Niro.
Yeah, he'd be absolutely fantastic. In fact, I've watched him on a few interviews. He looks a little bit hard work. He's not like me and Gaz, nice and easy.
Yeah.
I could have said me and Gaz, really. Most people do, but there you go. We'll put a mark against his name. Anthony Edge, it's been a pleasure to have you on. We've got Anthony eating Chinese food. He's listening to some Paul Weller music. He's drinking his favourite Boddington's beer in the Caribbean, and he's doing all this with his beautiful wife. Anthony, it's been a pleasure to have you on, mate. Can't wait to watch you on the 21st. On your slot, the first one on. We'll make sure we've got lots of viewers there, no hangovers, waiting to watch you on that Monday morning. And next time we're in America at the ABS show in Florida, we'll definitely get together.
Yeah, I'd love
have
to.
a beer together.
Yeah. Cheers,
Anthony
guys.
Edge, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Anthony, you've been a fantastic guest as usual, mate. Love to see you in Long Beach again when we're back out there but lovely to come and see you in San Diego, in your hometown as well. Fantastic. Give my love to Gloria. You've been a great guest. See you later, mate.
See you later. Thanks, guys.
Come on, Anthony Edge, everybody. Gaz, wow. I mean, you know, when you get people like him on, and you get people like, I know we've had AALIM HAKIM on before. He was there to promote his 21st on the 24-hour global thing. But it's just like mind-blowing, it, you know, like you're having a beer with these guys, and it's just like, oh, if this were a local and we were fetching all these people in, it'd just be like amazing, wouldn't it? You know, it's just like.
Do you know what though? And you know what I like about a lot of our guests is, I mean, I met Anthony a few times as well, but he is just like that. It's as if you are back in the pub. I met him in Long Beach in last January, because we haven't done this January because we didn't go out there, but. He is just like that when you meet him. He's just like going back. You know when you make.
We're going in it.
You know when you take. I bet you were exactly the same when you've got a broad accent as well. You know when you get a Scotsman out of Scotland and then he meets some Scotch people. He's all straight away. His accent thickens. He's a bit like that. You know he spent so much time in America. You get these American words sneaking in. But he's actually a Northerner at heart as well. And I love him. I think he's a great guy. And he's done some great collaborations as well.
I really enjoyed that interview. It's one of my favourite ones, actually.
What you are now, Bitter Rose?
Yeah, that smells potent.
I'm going to like this one, I think. Can't do that one.
Yeah.
And now you see, Now you see, the thing is with that,
Ah,
that's more like a whiskey. You all those are a bit more liqueur-y.
I'm just going to finish off with one last bit of my roasted apple.
Do you know what I'm going to finish off with?
Nearly gone that one.
I'm going to finish off with your favourite, Luke. Your Fireball.
It looks like it's more on screen, but there's only like a really little bit in that.
Hey.
Things I do for work.
Cheers. Well,
Cheers.
I've enjoyed tonight. It's been great, mate, honestly.
Yeah, I think it was one of those, both of us were stressed a bit with work, and, you know, I think everything gets on top of you sometimes, family life and busy with work and just things in a week get at you. And I think sometimes you go into a pub sometimes on a Friday night and you might not be at life and soul. You might just take a few beers to get in. But I think the guests tonight have been fantastic. I think it's been superb. It's great lead up to our first education on the 6th. Don't forget everybody to join us on Sunday. We've got Michael Damiano, Gary, myself, Sam Campagna, Eric Lander, and then we're going to finish off with the Barbers' Arms as well. That's all going to happen on Sunday. And then obviously on Sunday as well, we'll lead you into the 20th as well, which is a 24-hour one. Guys, a couple of things I want to mention tonight. I went to my mum's, she's quarantining at the minute, she's waiting for her operation. And I saw a partner, Paul, he was tunnelling out of the garage. He dug an hole from the spare bedroom window and he was tunnelling out, and I caught him. I went to drop him some autobiography books off, a nice bottle of whiskey and some drinks for him. And I had a joke with him saying, I think they're trying to tunnel out of the garage because they are literally isolating for the 2 weeks before her up. But Mum, I love you to death. And I know you're doing it properly and everything will be good. I'll give you some good news today. Apparently, you can have one visitor that goes into the hospital. So Paul will be able to go into the hospital. He can't go into the ward. They'll fetch her to him. And she were over at Mum when I told her that news today. So it's all looking bright with that. And then my son Alex, you know, looking at, he's out of contract and he's gone for loads of different trials. He's a super kid. You've met him yourself, Gary. I'm so proud of him. And whatever he does in his career, I'll be super proud of him. But he's working his bollocks off. And listen, mate, I know you watch us sometimes, but good things happen to good people. You're a fucking amazing person. So things are going to happen good for you. So I want to finish off with that tonight. So I'll dedicate tonight to you and your Nana Maggie. And I've just had a great night tonight. I've really enjoyed it. The guests were superb. It's always great to have a beer with you guys. The moonshine's been fantastic. The Desperados have been good. What more could we wish for on a Friday night?
Oh, mate, honestly, I totally and utterly agree. I think it's been a great night. I feel like I could be in the pub anyway, so it's been a bit of a stressful week. For those of you in North America, bollocks are testicles. So, you know, it's from, I'll just interpret for Simon, so that's all right. Everybody out there, cheers. Have a great weekend. Love you, and we'll see you next week. We'll see you all on Sunday. No,
we'll see you on Sunday. Don't forget to join us on Sunday. See you next week. Episode 23 of Barbers' Arms next Friday, but we'll see you all Sunday on the 6th for our first education day. Have a great weekend, guys, and we'll see you all Sunday morning. Adios, amigos.
See you later, mate. Ta-ra.